What's up guys, it's Aeon. Today we're going to check out Youth City residence in Nilai. Let's go. Yeah, that's Rina.
Let's get our coordinates right. This is north-south highway, and this side is going to KL. This side is actually going down south, where you have Seremban, Melaka, Johor, and etc. And this side we will also have the Lekas highway. And within this intersection, just now, if you can see from the aerial shot, this will be the entire master plan. But what's cool here is that within 18 minutes, you get to reach KLIA already. Hence, this becomes like a main stop for tourism. Another selling point then will be this entire plan, where you can see Inti here, Musim here, University, Science, Islam, Malaysia, Manipal, Nilai, University, all of them are here, and in total,
There's around 35,000 students.
Then right next to the side we have McDonald's, and we also checked out the Dataran Nilai just now, the entire commercial area.
Also, we checked out the biggest Aeon mall in Malaysia. Apparently, that's the biggest one. Although the commercial lots was not very convincing, as you can see, right? Like the performance not very good, the maintenance not very well done. But if you look into the tenants, there are a lot of international brands like McDonald's, KFC, Texas Chicken. And the argument is that before this business set up their branch in a particular location, they would have done their very own research, because they need to ensure the population is right, the maturity is right, opportunities is there.
And right now, this is the north-south highway, and coming out from the toll just now, this will be the entire 50 acres of Vision City. Enormous, very big, and it consists of several things. So this one will be one of the largest building materials and furniture distribution center in collaboration with China manufacturers and the government. So that's very cool. This one then will be the medical tourism center,
where people will come here and do their medical checkups for a week or so. Then there will be a lot of demand for space. Hence, right next door, there will be Youth City that we stopped by just now. So in total, 3123 units. Looks a lot. But in accordance to their master plan, this is the only residential components within the entire 50 acres. And that's crazy. Where usually the norm will be phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, right? You slowly ease out. But this one is one go.
Next to this, then this will be a new combination, as if the entire Nilai got not enough University Tertiary Education branch.
They just confirmed that Queensland University is going to set up a branch there. And this is a concept where they will have several branch, I think in total 4 branch, to be within the same plot of land. And the tower here is actually the classrooms.
Then right in the center, that would be the theme park. Very cool. Very cool.
Okay, so now we are right in front of Youth City residences, and it's in front of Dataran Nilai, where you have all the commercial centers. There will be 69 units of commercial all around. Well, it makes sense to be a mixed development, because when you have 3,000 over units together, there will be commercial needs, right? And now they have secured a grocer, they have secured a bank, but also some updates as well because of the pandemic. This one went through the pandemic. That's why the development of the mall was kind of on hold for the furniture and building material distribution center. They put it opposite instead. Then that's how the Gem Box thing exists. And Gem Box is supposed to function part of tourism as well, because every tourist that comes to Malaysia will mandatory almost stop by Gem Box.
So after you see McDonald's, you make a left turn, and this will be the internal road going into the development. And you will have the roads. This will be the apron before the retail mall, and this will be the drop off to Tower A. And just in case if the retail malls are not sufficient, and we can anytime just walk over. I think you can walk a little bit further and then you will reach Aeon Mall already. So it's pretty convenient in terms of lifestyle.
We are in the center amenities, surrounded by 4 towers altogether. The problem with this typology is there will be echoes to whatever sound that is produced. But along this tower here, you can see that's the indoor badminton court. A lot of them. Then on top then will be the futsal area, and you have everything that is huge. This will be the central banquet center, and this then will require a certain fee. So residents of all towers, right, don't get to use this. You need a separate access or membership fee to this, but you get to access all facilities on different rooftops. Because one of their selling points here, every block will have swimming pools and facilities on their very own rooftops. And because of the very specific target audience, generally students, generally people that works around the KLIA area, where you have stewardess, you have pilots, you will have maintenance folks. Then you also have a high-tech area that is built by another developer. Also, you will have tourism, you will have short-term stay people that stays around here. The facilities actually catered to that. So one more thing, the number of users. So let's say 3,000 over units, you times the number of packs. Therefore, it results in a very extensive facility deck. So now what you can see here will be the main pool, and this will be the lab area. Then you will have the chill area. Then you have timber-like tiles around, landscape treatments, and they really fully leverage on the area they get. So everything is multi-level to really maximize space. So around the pool, like we mentioned, you have the timber-like tiles, you will have landscape treatments at the side, you will have some stone finishes, then this will be the pool. Then around the facilities as well, there will be garden units where it's located within the same floor as the facilities. In terms of privacy, then I don't think it's sufficient. Maybe the landscape haven't grown enough yet because now it's very transparent. I get to see everything within. But the benefit is they get to directly access the facilities. Next to the lap pool, then this will be the sunken deck area for people to just relax and chill and hang out. And it's very important when you have a project with high density, right? High density doesn't mean that you don't get to enjoy privacy. So the trick is to have a better landscape treatments. Basically, to just use design elements to create out space. Like this one, you have a hidden basketball court at the side. And so far, the landscape treatments are pretty lush. So if the facilities within the deck is not enough, right? Every rooftop will have its own facilities as well. And not only facilities, they will have pools on rooftops, infinity age ones. So we are now on top of Tower D, right? And this is the swimming pool, another lap pool. In case the one in the bottom is too crowded, you can actually just swim on your respective one. But they also share access between blocks where you can go over to swim on the other side. And it's oriented in a different way. Some faces internally, some faces externally. And if you look around the view, that's basically Nilai in a whole, right? So you will really see residential houses, old shop lots, lots of trees and hills, and you have industrial lots. That's why this Vision City really stands out. Not only in terms of the hardware, the software as well, where you have travel agencies working together. You will have the government sector collaboration along with the mall to bring in tenants and all. Next to the lap pool, then this will be the recreational pool, or used for children, I think. And it's really in line with the target audience that they are eyeing on. So like in terms of facilities and activities, right, it's jam-packed, and you have that water sound a little bit to kind of mask the noise from the highways. And you have glass panels around for safety purposes. Not only on the lower floor, on the rooftop ones also they have 2 stories. And the great thing about 2 stories is you'll get to enjoy the facilities at different levels. And on the higher floor here, it will be for kids. A rather simple one, then you will have a deck. Basically every tower will have a similar treatment like this. And on the furthest end here, this will be the barbecue pit, where a group of friends can then hang out here, have barbecue at the same time. Of course not under the sun, under the moonlight, gazing at the stars together. But one observation here, right, it's so quiet that the piling works so far away is being heard on the rooftop in this development. Then of course, partial of the rooftop will be used for utility purposes like the water tank, the bomba tank, okay? But the rest is then landscape. So now we are in the lift lobby for Tower D, and for Tower D per floor plate there are 30 units, and it varies in accordance to tower. So Tower D is the one that has the higher density per floor plate, and per floor is actually serviced by 4 lifts, 3 passenger lift, 1 service lift. So you have a window at the side here, that's why it's rather bright for the lobby, and it's enclosed 2.3 meters in width, 3 meters in height. And coming up from the lift lobby, this will be the corridor experience. The width here is 2.4 meters and the ceiling height is 3 meters. Very, very wide. One of the widest corridor ever. Then for floor treatments, you will have floor tiles with skirtings. You have an exposed ceiling. So this will be all the pipings and conduits. And you have the exposed hose reels at the side. So these things are all exposed, but I think it's still tidy, still acceptable because of the scale of the corridor. And throughout the corridor, you will have voids at the center, and this will connect in the internal rooms. So coming in from the corridor, the width here is 1.34 meters, going into your unit. So the unit that we checked out will be 754 square feet, type B2. In total, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom with a balcony. When we come in from the entrance, there will be a kitchen tucked at this side with the yard space. Then you have the dining and the living hall connected to the balcony. There will be 2 bedrooms here, 1 bedroom this side and 1 bedroom here. What's weird will be this particular partition here for the kitchen. They could have just gone without the partition, so this just opens up the entire space. But let's go check it out, okay? The entrance feels rather small because it's a standard door. We are so used to the luxury segments, right? So this is a standard door, 7 by 3 meters. There will be a kitchen at the side that is actually enclosed. So this is weird. So the width here from wall to wall is 2.2 meters, and after you put in the door, right, it's going to take up a lot of space. And I'm not too sure why they want to add on this partition here. Because of this kink, right, the entire entrance is actually shrink. But if you really want cooking, you want proper partitions to the kitchen, then this is fine. At this size, you have a sizable kitchen like this. Usually, a pantry would work better, but they insist, right? So the first thing I will actually do a renovation on the door. Maybe we'll change it as a sliding door or whatsoever, right? Suddenly I will maximize out the space here. 5 feet wall tiles, and that's about it. Next to that, then you will have a full glass here to maximize lightings from the void, and this will be the yard space. The observation here is the yard space and the kitchen space in relative to the build up of the unit is very high. Usually, this will be the spaces that is first compromised if the unit shrinks. Anyway, this will be the place where you put in your washer and dryer. Coming up from the kitchen, then this will be the dining area, and that's why I question about this. And because of this, right, you can feel like a king here, then another king here. Coming up, that will be the dining space, and this will be the living, and you can look into the floor tiles. The sizes are smaller, 400 by 400, but that's due to the selling price as well. The wall-to-wall width of the living space is around 3.9 meters, and the selling price for this freehold project is around 375. And based on the rental rates of their previous phase, which is Nilai apartments, a 2-bedroom unit like this is going for 1,600 per month. And the target audiences is as per what was described. Students, people who works at the airport, and that's about it, because locals here would not rent a place like this. They would rather just get a landed house and live there. So buildings of such format is really meant for investment purposes to really cater for that temporary demand of space. So if your option is to really maximize investment, right, this can perfectly be another room if you want to convert right? That's up to regulations and the management. Anyway, this living room actually connects over to the balcony and it's a rather huge one, looking inwards into the facilities deck. So the length of this balcony is 2.9 meters, the width is 820 mm, and it connects with the aircon ledge in front. So if you are in the higher floors, I guess there will be a better views. So there's two schools of thought. Do you want to face inwards where you get controlled views, or you want to face outwards? But that comes with the risk of having a brand new construction or brand new tower right in front of you. For example, if there's a new tower of the Medical Tourism Center that's right in front of your face, too bad. Anyway, the ceiling height for the unit is also 3 meters, so it feels okay. This will be the shared bathroom, and this is different. So they're using Atlantis WC, I don't know what's the brand for the basin, but the floating vanity is nice. This timber texture is also nice, so you get this originally with the unit. Shower screen, shower. This looks like a prefab toilet. Interesting. When in the shower area also, it's rather interesting, like this is the place that we stand for shower, then you have a drain, so you won't slip. Then you will have fixtures already placed, windows that's already installed with the window, and it's so different. You can feel that? This is not directly on the wall, but it's a panel. But this partition wall outside is actually solid, but the wall inside is actually hollow. Wow, this is cool. Then anyway, this is a 2-bedroom layout. So this is the first bedroom that we can see connected to the void. So the length here is 3.8 meters and the width here is 2.2 meters. So you can perfectly put in queen size beds, or you can put multiple beds here. And I really enjoy the length of the window. But because we are in the lowest floor, hence it's pretty dark. Moving over, this will be the principal bedroom, and the wall-to-wall width here is around 2.5 meters by 5 meters wide. It's pretty sizable for a queen size bed or a king size bed. You can still have space for your wardrobe, dressing table. But in order to control cost, then this will be the only window strip available. And in terms of finishes, then I think the workmanship is crude, it's not as fine. And going in, this will be the principal bathroom, and I think it's the similar treatment. It feels exactly like the one outside, right? So it feels very prefab. Prefab, there's a benefit to it where everything is accurate, it's very complete. But I'm not too sure later, can you further drill in holes or make changes to it? I'm not sure. But in terms of fixtures and everything, right, it's very complete, and if you are getting this for investment purposes, I think it's good enough. And just when I was pretty turned off by the density against the lift, right? Apparently in Tower A and Tower D, there will be 2 lift lobbies. And each lobby will be filled with 4 lifts, 3 passenger lift, 1 service lift. So that makes things a little bit easier for human transportation, right? And next to the lift lobby, then this will be the refuse chamber, right? It's a 5 feet wall tiles, and this will be how it looks like. Windows, water tap. Cool. And we are now in the car park basement. But because the overall site, right, is actually elevated, so you can see that even the ground floor, right, sits on structural members. And every unit comes with 1 car park. And what we can see here, they are actually using flat step system with shear wall. And because of the very high tower, this will be the most efficient construction method. You have shear walls that is so long. Check it out. These are huge panels. But the benefit for that is you have flat ceilings. Cement screening floorings, and this will be the ramp traveling between levels. And this will be the entrance into respective car parks. So they will be divided into blocks. So this will be the entrance via block B where you turn into the site. And on the ground, again, this will be all the retail. And I guess that's all for this episode. It's now time for Sean's Take 3 on 3. Coming out from the site, there will be a future theme park somewhere here. And this will be the location of the future distribution center
but now it's converted into this thing called Jam Box.
And this has been heavily promoted by a lot of artists, KOL, influencers, whoever you call it, right? And they have been actively pushing this night bazaar where it's some form of a modern pasar malam, modern place of culture and food and fashion. Right, very cool. And now this is only open to locals because they are actually collaborating with local travel agencies, and part of the agreement is making this place a mandatory stop for all tourists into KL. So for the first three things I like, number one will be the township development. So within these 50 acres of land, it's pretty mind-blowing, but they only put youth city residents as the only residential component. In the future, whether will it change or not, we're not too sure. You have the furniture and building material distribution center that is like the mall. You have the medical tourism center, then you will have the combination of campuses, then you will have a theme park. So all those are very exciting, and you wouldn't expect this township to be located at Nilai itself. So this township adds flavor to the location. That's great. The second thing is within this location itself, the infrastructure level is complete. So if you look into the highway, it's very wide, it's very connected. From the highway, you just turn in, it's very easy to access this location. From the toll gate, one turn, two turn after the McDonald's, you are at Recent City already. And surrounding this township, then you will have like 7 to 8 universities, then you are 18 minutes away from KLIA. And the commercial center right in front, which is like Dataran Nilai, is one of the most happening ones already within proximity. So all those things do contribute to the attractiveness of this location. Then in terms of the product, I like the rooftop facilities where every tower has its rooftop facility. If that's not enough, you have the one in the center, but certain portion of it you will need to pay, certain portion of it is open for all, and all residents get to share all facilities. The second thing I like about the product, the common areas are very generous. So if you look into the corridor width, is around 2.4 meters by 3 meters, is incredible. And the last thing I like is going to be pretty convenient for tenants, because ultimately this is going to be an investment product catering for the temporary demand of space within this location. So people that will stay here most likely will be students, right? People who works around here, not going to set up a family here, tourists for short-term stay, people that comes here for medical checkup. These are the people that will heavily rely on the amenities surrounding. So if you walk downstairs, there are retails. If you walk opposite Dataran Nilai, walk a little bit more, then there will be the Malaysia's biggest Aeon mall already. However, for the three things I don't like, the first thing will be the crazy number of density. 3123 units across 4 towers. And it's even scarier when you look into the surrounding. Like if this structure is built within Old Klang Road or built within KL setting, right, it's still acceptable because we understand the scarcity of space. But in this location, if you can see surrounding, right, there's still a lot of canvas left. So if you were to look at this project individually as a pocket land development, then it's scary. Yes, I totally agree. But when you look at this property within the township, then it becomes a little bit more sensible. And this is reinforced with their previous development called Lily Residence, where a 2-bedroom unit can actually fetch 1,600 per month. So if you compare that with the returns that you're going to get, not only 3,000 units across 4 blocks, right, you will have 30 units per floor. However, the entire experience feels slightly better with the common areas being so generous. Also compensated with the amount of facilities given in each tower. So although there will be a lot of people, there are still a lot of hidden nooks around the corner where you can still enjoy your privacy on. But this is heavily betting on the future of the township, which is point number 2 I don't like. There's going to be a lot of capital required, a lot of experience required to build things that are different compared to the rest. Because we're not just merely talking about phase 2 development, phase 3 development, it's all different product types. Where you have distribution centers, where you have medical tourism centers, where you have a building with multiple international branch of tertiary education centers. All those coming together, right? I have not seen enough from a developer to be convinced just yet. Because the hardware is pretty easy, but the software is a tough part. For example, the tenants, the operators, and etc. So from an investment point of view, like now so far you can actually break even if you were to split rooms. But this is strongly betting on the developer being able to pull off the entire township. So that's a big factor whether do you want to take it up or not. And the third point is also pretty similar to the second point, where it's heavily relying on the future of the site. So currently if you look around the site, the commercial area, nothing great, but
That's the biggest Aeon mall. It's the most happening commercial center in Nilai already. And within a very close distance, right, you will have 2 McDonald's and 3 KFC branches. So based on our visit, it feels meh because we come from KL, right? But if you look into the international branch around the center, they would have done their research, right? And it will make sense for us to just follow their data that heavily relies on the maturity of a location and the population and the income and etc. So based on some news as well, we have heard that Hainan University lately just acquired Manipal University. So they're going to develop further on the existing land they have. And Hope Education Group just acquired Inti Nilai. So they're going to do something with that as well. Sun Nabi has just built one of the most advanced industrial lots, XME, around the corner. So you can see that there's a lot of things going on in Nilai. Just from a KL person perspective, this is a pace that we are not used to. So when you come here to the site, actually still like very empty. Right? So that's the mood. But based on news, it's happening. But based on reality, don't know yet. And I guess that's all for this episode. My nose is killing me. Anyway, shout out to the team for letting us get first dips into the building. Right after fire inspection, we got to go in and check it out. Yeah, that's very cool. Thank you very much. And if you really like this episode, like it, share it, even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.